Thursdays can be the worst. Here's a show that's unrehearsed. We had a little bit much to drink. Started talking and didn't think. It's the Thursday Thorwup. You're listening to Thursday Thorwup, a podcast that we haven't done in a long fucking time.
Yeah, and we're in a dimly lit room.
And we only do it on Wednesdays or Thursdays when we're getting hammered.
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I've got 2 words for you.
Suck it.
No. Okay, what's the question?
Why is your dog such a dumb fucking dildo lately?
I don't know.
So
what do you do now?
Hey,
I'll have you know, Cole.
Yeah.
We were playing fetch tonight.
Uh-huh.
He caught that frisbee 5 times.
Fuck yeah.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
But he's got this new habit that he's doing lately. So he never did it before up until a couple of weeks ago.
Oh.
So if we're both down here
Okay.
and one of us goes upstairs, normally me, not so much with you, he starts barking like there's an intruder coming into the house. And then he fucking chases you up the stairs and like keeps barking like there's someone here. He's whining because I just said I called him a dildo.
Yep, there he goes.
He's barking at the duck.
He's barking at the duck, which is not the duck that you have, Cole, is flamingo adjacent. So Fritz plays with the hard plastic flamingos outside.
He used to, but we threw him away, right?
Yeah, I did.
Good.
But it is his favorite toy.
It's his favorite toy, but
it's not
fucking
a toy.
Sucks because it cuts his mouth open.
And it's not a toy. It's
a fucking lawn decoration.
It's a lawn decoration, but somehow he found out that it's a fun thing to play with.
So I was talking on the podcast the other day. I went kayaking, went down, stopped on a sandbar.
Yeah.
And I was walking around. I found this big fucking plastic rubber ducky.
Yeah.
And now Fritz thinks it's going to be his new chew toy. And he can't, it's too big. He can't even get his fucking mouth around it.
He would try. Hey, remember that egg he played with?
That is true.
I mean, he figured it out.
Yeah.
So he could very well figure out the duck.
So I sent a picture of this duck to...
hand it to me. I want to hold it as we talk. Because because
he's going to try, he's going to start barking and whining. So, told you.
Fuck off.
So I sent a picture of it to my brothers and my sister-in-law and my mom. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, check out what I found. And my brother...
You know what's weird? Before you go on.
Yeah.
Have you been to this part of the river before?
Yeah.
And now it's there. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't see this before.
There's always garbage. The first time I go kayaking every year is kind of early in the year.
Yeah.
Not normally this early. I normally wait until about June-ish.
Apple Creek, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Memorial Day, But there's I don't know if you kind of realize this, but every time I go, I find a ball in there. And I clean it off, and then Fritz plays with it until he destroys it.
Yeah.
I didn't find any ball, but there's always garbage. And I pick up a lot of garbage.
Look at you.
While I'm on the...
Leave no trace.
Well, I'm still leaving traces, just, I'm doing what I can.
Right.
So this year, there wasn't nearly as much garbage as there normally
that's good.
is. But there was some, and I found this fucking plastic duck on the fucking sandbar, and I sent the picture of it to my brothers, my sister-in-law, and my mom. And my brother Shay said...
It is quite terrifying.
It's the eyes. Because the eyes, sand...
big and black.
They were a clearish blue.
Oh.
And they looked kind of lifelike, but now they've been fucked up by sand and shit. So now they're like this dull, dead fucking grayish black.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I sent that picture to them, and Shay texted me back, that thing looks haunted. And I
tend to agree.
And I sent him a text back saying, I'm going to give it to your daughter. I said, I'm going to clean it up and give it to your daughter. So I talked to Elijah. He is going to repaint the duck bill for me because it used to be black and now it's really faded away. He's got this good...
I think it was black, huh?
It was black. And he has this good paint that he uses on his fucking
toys,
Marvel comic book toys.
Yeah.
And it won't
collectibles.
It won't eat through the fucking plastic, and it will stay on. It's in acrylic.
Yeah.
If it were enamel, it wouldn't be good. And what was on the bottom of this duck was latex paint.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's all this silver latex paint on there. Well, I fucking put this thing in some super fucking hot water.
So what was your thought? Like, I just want to clean this thing up?
Yeah, it was in the river. It was full of dirty ass fucking muddy water, like water with mud and sand mixed in it. So I shot that all out, and I shot it off with the hose, but I knew it was still super dirty. So I started fucking scrubbing it off with super fucking hot water. And the water started put it down before the dog freaks out.
I'm trying to read it.
I'm going to read it to you.
Fuck off, Fritz.
Anyway, so the fucking paint, the latex paint started peeling off. So I took a butter knife and I scraped it all off, right?
The mystery was revealed.
And I couldn't see nothing because I was inside and it was kind of dimly lit and like this. But when I took it outside, I found out there was a fucking message underneath all the latex paint.
Which is cool.
So what I think is this belonged to somebody, and then it was stolen by somebody else, and they painted over this message, and then I found it.
Yeah.
And it says, "This is Tony's." Oh, and this is spelt really badly.
Yeah, and it looks like a child maybe wrote it. I don't know.
Yeah, this is Tony's. And then there is something there that I think got scribbled out, and then it says he wants it. It was bought for him when he was a baby.
It was bought for... I'm not going to pick it up so Fritz can't see it. I want to see if that's what... It was bought for him when he was...
And then
okay, yeah.
It's really hard to fucking read that unless it's in direct sunlight. But
it looks like a kid might have written on it.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Now, I want to put this up on... I don't have Facebook.
Yeah.
But I want to put it up on Facebook and see if anyone wants it back.
Yeah. But it looks like, okay, so are you talking like up here? This is where it says, "This is Tony's."
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's
what's underneath it?
Maybe it was a phone number or something, but it looks like it was scribbled out.
Yeah, okay. Or just got fucking faded or...
Mm-hmm. It's super faded.
That is so weird.
I am going to give it to my niece.
It's definitely haunted.
It's definitely haunted. But I do want to put it out there, like, so if, like, the person happens to see it, then I can always just go get it from my brother and be like, "Hey, dude, I'm gonna give this shit back."
This is no longer your daughter's. This belongs to fucking Tony. Bring it back. Yeah, it's cool that you uncovered a mystery, Cole. That's what I want to say.
Well, if I actually found the person, then I would uncover. Now I just found a mystery. I just haven't solved the mystery.
We didn't know that there was a mystery to begin with. Mm-hmm. So that's fucking cool. So you were just washing it or you spray it with the hot water just to clean it off. You had no idea that the silver paint would peel off.
I thought it would because it was all cracked and shit. I knew it wasn't the right kind of paint to be on plastic because it was cracking off and shit. But when I put it in the super fucking hot water, that latex started fucking peeling away.
Oh, right. Wow. Weird stuff.
But I needed to get that paint off before I give it to my fucking niece because she's like 6 months old, you know?
She'll eat that paint.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, my God.
All right. So I came home and I was like, fuck is Tayler? I come down to the basement and you're not in, the fucking lights in here are off. So I walk in here. It's like, dude, what are you jerking off? And
you know what? I'm a fucking nerd, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm just looking at old pictures.
He's on Google Maps looking back as far as he can to see what kind of businesses used to be around.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying. No,
fine.
It's not fine. I'm going back and I'm like, what if I walked in on a random person just looking at fucking maps? I would think that guy's a fucking weirdo. I'm a fucking weirdo, Cole.
I live with you. I know you are. So anyway, you were looking through these maps, and I asked you to go check out where K-Mart used to be.
Yeah.
And you said you had some kind of K-Mart story.
Yeah, so I had I got into breakfast the other day at McDonald's because it's the best breakfast fast food breakfast there is.
You fucking liar.
I'm just gonna say that's my opinion. And I pulled in.
I'll fight you.
I pulled into the parking lot. I'm like, what the fuck? So for those that aren't around here, this parking lot complex thing is home to Arby's, McDonald's, and what was formerly K-Mart.
And it's just a fucking closed, empty building.
Yeah, it's just a vacant building.
Did fucking Sanford not buy it?
Not that I'm a
fucking Sanford buys all those dumbass businesses.
Okay, well, I'll get into this. So, so for a while there, Kmart closed back in probably 2014.
I don't know. It's been a while.
Probably its last legs, you know?
No. It was after I met you because I was going up to your house one time.
Yeah.
And I had to fucking stop there and get cough drops and fucking Kleenexes. So
like
probably 2018-ish.
2018. Okay, that sounds about right. And it closed, as all Kmart's did. And for a while there, it was just a big vacant parking lot, vacant building. And the homeless were starting to kind of build their own little encampment there.
Uh-huh.
And so
I don't remember that period, but
yeah. So people were just staying in the parking lot.
Ask me about the homeless after we're done with this.
All right. So yeah, people were just fucking staying there and living their best life. So they put up they built that fucking wall, dude. They built this fence around Kmart. So it's this huge parking lot that nobody is allowed into. Nobody goes in pretty much ever. And so one morning, I take that back. One morning I'd driven by, and I'm like, oh, we got some action happening here. Okay. I didn't know what it was. It was a car parked outside the front entrance. I'm like, that's kind of weird. I drove past because then I go down, what's that fucking road there? Interstate? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I drove down the interstate and I saw that there was these two big trucks parked out. Where they used to do oil changes there way back in the day, along the side of the building, right beyond the garden center there. I'm like, that's weird. So anyway, this is where the story gets interesting. I pull into the parking lot to grab my breakfast. Parking lot is packed.
Okay.
I'm talking like packed. Like Kmart heyday, man. Like probably more than Kmart heyday. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Well, there was a truck outside, D&N Cinematics. It's a local film production company here in town.
D&N?
D&N Cinematics, yep.
Okay.
And one of their trucks was out there.
Dorks and Nerds Cinematics.
Sure, I don't know what that stands for.
Sure.
Like, oh, that's kind of
Dicks
interesting.
And Nuts Cinematics.
And then there was a camper parked outside, too.
Okay.
So they're doing some sort of filming. I'm guessing of some kind of, I don't know.
Zombie movie. I hope it's a zombie movie.
Okay, I want to pause here because I got to take a lake, grab a beer, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about Kmart. Well, that was a short break. Little insight to Kmart, Cole. I once worked at that fine establishment. Mm-hmm. So I have all the insider scoops if you want to hear about them. Sure, he says. Okay. So I'm starting to think.
God damn it, I get fucked again. Okay, sorry.
When I walk,
my schedule for next week came up.
When I drive into that parking lot, I had actually heard about this, in the grapevine, amongst friends, peeps, whatever you want to call them. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what the fuck are they going to do in this vacant building? Because there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
There's no shelves. There's nothing. Okay? Absolutely nothing. As far as the main sales floor goes. Like, what the fuck are you guys going to do? A zombie apocalypse type of thing. Mm-hmm. And then I got to thinking, okay, like I think of Walmart, I think of Target, these modern buildings, and they're these big box stores.
Yeah.
Granted, Kmart was one of those as well.
Yeah.
Right? But the Target, the Kmart, the Costco, Sam's Club, all of these were built in like 2006 and later. So they're very, very, what do you want to call it? Like they make sense. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of shit going on inside those except big vacant spaces, right? Mm-hmm. So Kmart, a lot of big vacant space, okay, with no shelves, nothing in there. But then I'm starting to think of the back room situations.
All right.
Okay. Kmart was one of those places that had some really fascinating, to me it was fascinating, some really interesting backroom locations that I think could make for a really cool zombie or post-apocalypse, whatever they're doing. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Honestly, I have no idea what the movie is
honestly,
about, but I want it to be a zombie movie.
Right. So they had all of these sort of backroom corridors, okay?
All right.
So they had these backroom you had a back room where you walked in, okay? Off to your left and right were these corridors of backroom stock rooms, right? But then you walked into the main back room, okay? Which again was still kind of this corridor type of thing. And there was actually 2 levels. There was an upstairs and there was a downstairs.
All right.
Along the entire back. But then the electronics had its own back room as well. But then they had, I want to describe it as like these tunnels almost, where you could actually, if you wanted to, crawl through these little areas to get to other parts of the back room.
Weird.
Yeah, really cool. And then, so Kmart also had this. But
you think? Oh wait, I want to ask you something. You really think that all these cars were there to film a movie?
Yeah,
for real.
I'm thinking so.
How many fucking people? How many cars? Like
I would say
like 50, 100.
I would say at least 50. At least 50.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Weird.
So, but I mean, but then you also have like where the K-Cafe used to be.
What's the K-Cafe?
What their little restaurant that they used to have in there?
Okay, like K-Mart.
Yeah,
Cafe.
K-Cafe. Yep. They had that area.
It sounds like some weird kind of fucking porn, like porn kink, like not bukkake, but K-Cafe.
K-Cafe, yeah. But the apparel area, I'm just thinking, I'm just like jogging my memory. So the apparel area had their own section as well, and oh man, I'm just thinking that like a ton of backroom space that I think would make a really cool. I'm excited to see it because it'll just jog a lot of memory for me.
All right.
And then there was this other, I called it the saw bathroom when I worked there. Because what it was, so Kmart at some point had like an oil change place that was.
I
don't remember it.
Fucking some years old.
Yeah.
How am I? 42.
I don't know.
And I do not remember this.
Yeah. So they had an oil change place, or they had some sort of shop. I don't know exactly what they did, but by the
time
they
changed oil.
Well, but here's the thing. By the time I worked there, I don't know if it was just oil or if they had done like more extensive like brake jobs, stuff like that. But by the time I had gotten there, it was no longer in service. So this would probably been like pre 2000.
Okay.
I would say. So I probably started working at Kmart when I was like, I don't know, like 16, 17, 18. And that would have been like 2004, 5, and 6.
Okay.
And by that time, it was completely shut down. So they had this huge back room, okay, that they stored all of their lawn furniture and stuff like that in. And then customers would drive, after they purchased it, they'd drive to the back of the building and we'd load up. But so they had this bathroom there. I remember discovering it for the first time. I walked in there and I'm like, I flicked on the light. I said, what is this? I flicked on the light and it was like the Saw movie. It was like, you know, I'm like, holy shit. My own private domicile, my own private bathroom. Because I don't think, in my mind, I didn't think anybody knew about this place.
Was there soap and toilet paper and paper towels?
No. So
okay, then no one knew about it.
But then I started pissing in the toilet. I didn't think the toilet worked, so I wouldn't flush it. And then I would
put a memo out that, hey, if you're gonna piss in this you are the worst. You doing? I had to fucking give you shit after I moved in here. Like, Taylor, like, fucking flush the toilet. There was film on the fucking on over your piss because you don't flush the fucking toilet.
Well,
you're fucking.
I forget.
You are the worst.
I have ADHD. Anyway, I was pissing in this toilet for God knows how long, Cole. And the next time I went to take a piss, there was a note above the toilet. please flush this toilet. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. But you're right. I should. I don't know. I didn't even know it flushed. I was naive, Cole. I had no idea.
You're such a dick.
I'm such a naive little baby. So anyway, I'm excited to see whatever the fuck they do. Maybe there's like a piss monster that came out of the toilet. I'm excited to see whatever they do with it. I know you had mentioned Sanford. Mm-hmm. Like, why isn't Sanford taking over? Da, 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 da.
Well, I don't care.
No. I think the reason being is, and the reason and I always see this shit like on Facebook, like these Bismarck people, fucking morons reporting news or whatever it is. And why don't they do anything with this place? They should turn it into a skating rink. They should turn this, that, and the other thing. Okay. It's a fucking building from the 1970s. 1960s at the...
No, I wasn't saying why doesn't Sanford.
No.
I'm just saying I'm surprised they didn't, because they buy...
Right.
If something closes in this town,
yeah,
you can expect two things to happen.
Spirit Halloween.
3 things to happen. Spirit Halloween will rent that place in fucking September and October.
Until they can't anymore.
And then, or Sanford will buy it to do some bullshit kind of office shit.
Yeah.
Or a bank will buy the property to tear it down and fucking make a bank there.
And that's what I'm honestly surprised
with.
You
cannot throw a rock in this town without hitting a fucking church, a bar, or a bank. Or maybe a fucking school.
And you know what? They all suck.
Yeah. They're all fucking, well, sometimes the bars are okay, but...
Well, I mean, nowadays, people that open up new bars, fuck them.
Yeah. I don't know. Fucking...
Dancing Lemur? Fucking piss pants.
Is it called the dance? Is Jumping Lemur?
Jumping Lemur. I mean, I'll try it out. I'm not a big wine guy, but... Plus, the lady's a weirdo. But
I heard her husband's cool, though.
Maybe.
Or no, I've met her husband. He is a nice dude.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks he's with her. But so, I don't know. I just feel like the K-Mart spot is going to get torn down. I can't imagine anybody spending the money to turn that shithole.
Let's say this movie wins an Oscar, and then it's like a historical site that they can never fucking tear down.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
That'd be so funny.
I can't imagine.
We would deserve it. This town, we would deserve it.
We would deserve it. Fucking landmark, man. But yeah, I don't know. It was just so it was surreal. I will say that. I will say it's surreal to drive by that parking lot and just see it full of fucking cars. It was just like it blew me away a little bit. Made me happy. I liked Kmart. Even after I had left there, it was still one of my favorite spots just to pop in, find a cool clearance fucking whatever, and move back. So I wasn't buying anything at Kmart's full fucking bullshit price.
So when you were on Google Maps,
yeah,
you're like, oh, hey, this is where I used to live. You kind of showed me this stuff,
yeah,
and he goes all the way back to 2008, and he's like, "There's my car," like the Google van.
And you had said, "Oh, is this where you and Deanna lived, or where I met you?" That's what you said. Is this where I met you? I said,
where you lived when I first met you.
I said, no. This was before that even.
It was super close though. To where
just within
where
walking
you lived
distance,
when I did meet you.
Hell yeah!
And when I met you, you lived across the street from the Hawkins Street apartments. And this place was just down just a little ways away from the Hawkins Street, on the other side of the Hawkins Street apartments.
Yeah, like it was kind of sandwiched between the Hawkins apartments and the what's that grade school there? Centennial.
So
sandwiched right dab in the middle.
So I said to you, you always lived so close to Hawkins Street apartments.
Yeah.
Why aren't you on drugs? Because back at around that time when people bought newspapers and they had the nubs of the news where they would show who went to court and fucking like what happened to them and stuff.
Divorce, bankruptcy, all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Hawkins Street there was always someone from Hawkins Street there, like for drugs.
What year was this?
Right around the time, like from like the mid 90s until like fucking 2010.
You know what's funny is
and still like, but they don't. But no one buys newspapers anymore, so they don't do the nubs of the news.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my brother told my mom, Shay told my mom that he was moving out of his place on 16th Street with his roommate, this fucking idiot. Fuck you, Stoller. I hope you hear this someday.
Was he a DJ?
Yeah.
No. The same guy?
Ryan?
DJ Stoller?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
That guy sucks dick.
The guy that moved to Portland?
Yeah.
That guy does
that
suck.
Fucking sticker slapping little piece of shit.
Wow. I mean, what a small world we live in.
Yeah. So anyway, my brother was living with this dude. Couldn't fucking handle him no more. He's like, he says to my mom, like, hey, I'm moving out of this place on 16th, and I'm moving into an apartment on Hawkins Street. And my mom starts freaking out. She's like, you can't move there. Like, if you ever looked at the nubs in the news, there's always people fucking going to jail for drugs and, you know, like, and there would be assaults and all kinds of shit.
Okay, well that's different.
She's like, yeah, it's just a horrible fucking area. And Shay goes, just shut that shit down. He's like, Mom, there was a murder-suicide next door to me 2 months ago. Because it was a big fucking deal.
Shit.
The next door neighbor fucking killed his roommate and himself.
Damn.
And if Shay had stayed there much longer, I'm sure he'd have done the same.
With the same guy. Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? That's so fucking weird. That Shay did live in Hawken for a while.
Yeah, not very long.
Interesting.
I don't think the drugs thing bothered him at all.
I mean, it wouldn't really bother me so much. I mean, I've been in those apartments, fairly recently.
I'm not saying because he would be annoyed by it.
Yeah,
I'm saying that might have been a perk of living there.
Oh, I see.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you had me write something down for you.
Which was it?
Montucky cold snacks.
Yes. So the other night, this has been actually last Wednesday, I think.
When we were in California. Yeah. Tayler found this beer he called Montucky. It's made in Montana. You can't get it in North Dakota.
No, we're right next door.
And then you can get it in fucking Moorhead, just right across the river from North Dakota. And the can looks like it was designed by the Deftones.
Oh yeah. I like.
There's a big white pony on there.
Yeah, and it's a full flavor beer, I guess you would call it, or full body beer, but it's still only 4.5 ABV. So it's a light full body beer. So it's really, really good. I like it a lot. Mm-hmm. And they had it at this cash only bar, and the can caught my eye because it has definitely a 70s. I mean, also Deftones, but also it's like this 70s vibe. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I like this design. I like the beer. It's light. It's crisp. It's delicious. It's refreshing. Awesome. Can I get it in North Dakota? No, I cannot. So, the other night, this would have been last week, the bandmates come over, and my good friend Nick Turnus restocked my fridge. He's like, dude.
I believe that's a made-up person.
Oh, yeah, Nick. He's a made-up person. But anyway, the made-up person said, man, I've been drinking a lot of your beer. I got to bring over a 30 rack. I said, whatever you want to do, Nick. So Nick Turnus, the fake guy who says doesn't exist, said, I'm going to load up your fridge with some 30 rack. I said, that's great. Thank you so much. So I've been drinking that. And then my drummer, Luke.
I haven't seen any of it in there.
What, the net?
I haven't been looking for
the Busch Light?
No. Oh, he brought.
Oh, sorry.
He brought a 30 of Busch Light.
Busch Light, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then, so Luke.
I thought you said he brought a fucking 30 of.
Oh, that'd have been awesome.
Montucky.
No. So then Luke.
Also made up.
Yeah, Luke also made up. He's the drummer. He starts unpacking he's got this little backpack. Mm-hmm. And so recently he was in Montana, Colorado, Wyoming. He was doing like this sabbatical where he took like a fucking month and a half off just to go snowboarding last winter. And so I'm guessing that's where it came from. So he starts unloading his backpack, and normally he just brings over a shit ton of Laughing Sun, which is like, for me, not my thing. Some of it's good. I like some of it. Most of it, no. But so he's unloading his regular stash of fucking Laughing Sun. He's pulling out this, he's pulling out that, and then I see these 2 bright blue cans, and I fucking mark the fuck out. I'm like, what the fuck is that? What is that? He's like, it's Montucky. I said, are you fucking kidding me? I was so fucking excited to see that. So,
fuck. Gabriel was just in South Dakota. I should have asked him to look for some for you.
Oh yeah, you should have. That's his.
He goes out of town a lot, out of state a lot.
That's his penance for me storing his fucking drums. Yeah. He owes me 12.
He goes out of state a lot for fucking concerts and shit. I should let him know, you know.
But he can pick up his drums whenever. Yeah. I just haven't had a chance. I've just been so busy. But anyway, I was really excited just to suck down a Nan.
I thought you were gonna say I was so excited to suck a dick.
No, I was so excited to suck down.
But I'll bet you would have been.
Tucky. It was awesome.
Nice.
It was great. It was so fucking cool, man.
Good. I'm happy.
But you know what I mean? Like to go fucking to California and to try something that is somewhat close to home.
But you can't get it at home.
Right. You know what else is funny? So today I had popped over to Ashley's house, and she had her wisdom teeth out. Mm-hmm. So she's been.
Was she all retarded and shit?
What?
Because of the fucking drugs they got to give you to get your fucking wisdom teeth out.
Oh, I thought you meant because the wisdom's all gone now.
Well, that too. And also, she's all retarded and shit.
So that was on Tuesday. That was What day fucking is it? Thursday now. But whatever fucking day it was. I saw her on the day she had it done. She was already off the drugs by then, and no, she was not all fucked up like that.
But say what I said.
I will not, Cole. I will not give you the satisfaction because you will not give Fritz the satisfaction of the duck.
Well, he's dumb fucking
this is
dildo.
Tony's duck. Tony? Yes, Tony. Oh,
I don't call people dildos enough.
Water.
I need to.
Anyway.
I need to fucking. That should have been my New Year's resolution, was to call people dildos more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think the beer's hitting me.
So I sat down, and Ash is like, do you want anything to drink? I said, I just want fucking ice water. That's all I want. Bring it to me. She brings it to me. And then her uncle's at the table as well as her dad, and we started talking about beer, which both of them don't drink at all. But somehow we got on the topic of beer, and her uncle Mickey was talking about how he's like, yeah, I like this beer, I like this beer, I like this beer, and he's like, a beer we can't get around here anymore, but I used to get it all the time, was Rainier.
Okay.
I said, really? You used to be able to get Rainier around here? And he said, yeah. I said, I like that. It's a good fucking beer. But they got onto this. But then her dad was like, which kind of surprised me. He's like, yeah, I don't mind drinking. I forget what he said. It was Heineken. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't mind drinking a Heineken from time to time. And then my next choice would be Schlitz. I said, what the fuck? I said, that is such a weird turn. Like Heineken to Schlitz. I don't know.
You drink the thing that you drink at restaurants to be fancy, and then you drink the thing that you drink at home to
be your wife.
Fucking save money.
Save money.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, Cole? Mm-hmm. Is you and I, when we go out to drink, we drink the same thing at home as we do at the bar.
When I go to jail beers, I always get the Salem Sioux Stout.
Okay, I don't know.
When I drink at a real bar, like an actual bar, I get what I get here. What I drink here, Coors.
Coors.
But when I go to a restaurant, I'll drink I try to get in the winter. I try to get stouts.
Yeah.
And in the summer, I like to try to get 1882 lager from not Buffalo Commons.
You know what I just thought of?
Okay. What's that fucking Black Lake Brewery from McKinsey?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I do like some local breweries around here, so I do like to switch it up when I go to an actual restaurant.
When I'm eating food, I like a light, fresh, crisp beer. So usually it's a light beer no matter what. But you know what made me think of the Montucky was Yinglings.
Really?
Yes.
Yingling is one that we can't get here that I fucking wish we could.
I love that. I was so blown away when I had that for the first time in Kansas. I'm like, holy
I told you how
shit.
fucking good it was. And then
It's
you're
a good
sending me
fucking
pictures
beer.
of like just fucking like cases of them just sitting out on the floor at like, what was it? Was it at a fucking gas station?
It's probably or Walmart or it was probably Walmart because the Walmart's down there.
Yeah, they won't let you sell beer in the Walmarts here. You have to go to a separate area of the Walmart. But yeah, you were telling me that you were just walking around and there's fucking alcohol there.
Hell
like
yeah.
in the actual store.
Well, here's the bullshit thing about this, and I don't know what the liquor laws are like. You know, I've got some pull these days, but the only reason we would not be able to get a beer like that here is because we only have 2 distributors here in Bismarck, and any
Jerome's and what's the other one?
McQuaid's.
Okay,
you have to go through one of those 2 in order to sell any sort of beer, which is bullshit. Okay, there we go.
Damn.
Sorry, Cole.
Okay.
I feel bad sometimes because I think your headphones are cranked to the max because your hearing's going.
I'm fucking old, dude.
And so I was trying to fix some shit over here and I turned it way up and it cracked and you're like, oh God. Anyway.
You had me write down one more thing, also liquor related.
Oh yeah.
South Jacks.
This one's kind of embarrassing.
What'd you do? What'd you fucking do?
Okay, so all right. I went and visited Ashley, and she's like, I just want you to come over and go. She wanted to do some girlfriend, boyfriend bullshit, which is fine. I was totally fine with it. So I went over to her house. I've been dealing with a fucking ankle injury, Cole.
Mm-hmm.
An Achilles. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure I know what it is, and it's going to require surgery.
For real?
Yeah. It's just, the pain is I can barely walk downstairs right now, like without leaning. It's fucking terrible. But I'm living my life. I'm doing my best, and so I go to Ashley's, and she's got a fucking spiral staircase.
Oh.
And the stairs are super steep.
There's nothing wrong with my feet right now, and I'm still pissed off.
And I'm like, oh God, this hurts so fucking bad to go up or to go down. And so I go over, and I was super tired after work. And she's super tired because she's on her fucking codeine and all this shit with her after her surgery. And so I said, perfect. I'm gonna take a little nap, Cole.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did. And that was a big mistake because the time that I took the nap, it froze my ankle. Okay.
Wait, what? How?
Well, not froze it, but you know, like after you sit for a while and you have a stiff joint or something,
mm-hmm.
and then it's just like, oh, you got to kind of work it out, right? So I get down her stairs, and you know me, Cole. I don't wear pants that fit properly.
No, you can only see half your ass. It's fucking disgusting.
So
I don't like eating when you're in the same room as me.
Falling down. And I get out to my car, and I'm just contemplating. I'm like, okay, I've got band practice tonight. Do I have time to go to Burger Time? Do I have time to go to McDonald's? Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out.
Why would you ever go to Burger Time?
Because I haven't had it in a while, and I feel like it's one of those places that'll they're going to fucking impress me.
You think they're going to bounce back?
I don't know. Well, I didn't do any of it. You'll be proud. I did none of it. I said, you know what I'm going to do instead of that? I'm going to go to the liquor store.
Okay.
So I did.
Nice.
I went to Captain Jack's.
Have a liquid lunch.
A liquid dinner. And so I must have looked like one of those fucking homeless guy.
Oh yeah, we still gotta talk about the homeless.
This fucking homeless guy's walking in there. My fucking pants hanging halfway up my ass. And I'm trying to pull him up. And I get him to a spot where, like, okay, we're good, you know? I go, I grab my fucking case of beer. I pay. And I'm walking out the door. He fucking fell down again. And I'm like trying to hike him up while carrying a case of fucking beer. And this guy, we kind of passed one of these, like, he's coming in, I'm going out. Mm-hmm. We made eye contact. And I can look at this guy, Cole.
Yeah.
I see in his eyes, Jesus fucking Christ. You know. And you know what, Cole? I'm fucking mad at myself. You know why?
Why?
Because nobody would have judged me at the Beer Depot. You know what I mean? Nobody would have said or thought shit at the Beer Depot. They just been like, yep.
You know
another
what?
Day.
You know what? Fuck Captain Jack's though. For real.
So
we got this fucking, we got two kind of like big box sort of stores that are for liquor. We got Captain Jack's and G Will Liquors. Now I don't fucking go to G Will Liquors just because of
it's way out of the way.
Just because of location. It's way the fuck out of the way. But we got like 3 Captain Jacks in town.
Well, okay, technically we've also got Cashwise. Mm-hmm. Cashwise Liquor is the same as Jack's.
I didn't know that, but I don't give a shit.
Same company. Right?
Who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter to the story.
Sure.
We got 3 of these things in town. They're basically like a big box store for liquor, right?
Sure.
You go to the independently run liquor stores here, and everything is cheaper there.
Okay.
Captain Jack's is more expensive. They get their shit in this big fucking Sam's Club sort of fucking Costco Sam's Club sort of fucking bulk.
Yeah.
And it costs you more to go to Captain Jack's than it does to go to Beer Depot, Polar Package, and whatever fucking locally owned, you know, like fuck these guys.
I would say yes overall. But if you're like me, who's a guy that drinks on the cheap, and I pick out whatever light beer is on special that week, Captain Jack's is your location.
The other places will price match it.
Are you fucking serious? You're telling me Beer Depot?
I don't know about Beer Depot, but Polar Package will price match anything that is fucking advertised.
Nice. Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm not sure about Beer Depot.
I might ask next time.
No, fucking Captain Jack's. The only reason I ever go there is if I'm way too lazy to fucking go to Beer Depot.
Oh, and Beer Depot is like
they're
closer.
both about the same. The only reason I would go to to Captain Jack's is if I need groceries. Oh, and sure. I'm going to Family Fair. And then Captain Jack's is right next door.
Yeah.
Fuck Captain Jack's.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now I'm getting judged. After my pants are falling down.
I'm not judging you.
No, I
just know that
no, not you, but that guy did.
Oh, that guy did. You know how your pants would stay up?
How?
Like if your butt was bigger. You have you have the Hank Hill thing going on where like medically he has no ass.
I was told that once. It's like, dude, you got a Hank Hill ass.
It's true, dude.
Well, I'm not disputing that. I don't know what I got. They got to like do more squats.
I don't know. You need to get an ass, dude. Like people are like, oh, look at Cole, he's got no ass. No, Taylor literally has absolutely no ass.
That guy's sitting on his fucking tailbone and pelvis, dude.
Dude. Okay, so that was one thing where you were talking about like homeless people and shit. Like
and then we talk about me. Okay.
Do you know the what's it called? What's that building with the fucking light on it? The Providence building?
Oh yeah. Providence building here in Bismarck.
There's a building in Bismarck in downtown at the edge of downtown, It has a light on the top of it, and like if the light is red, that means tomorrow is going to be hotter.
Should we say the poem?
I don't know the fucking poem.
So
if the light is green, it's going to be the same fucking temperature.
No change.
Just shut the fuck up. I
thought you wanted the poem.
Do it after. If the light is red, tomorrow is going to be hotter. If it's green, it's going to stay the same. If it's white, it's going to be colder tomorrow. If the light is blinking, there's going to be like either snow or rain tomorrow, right?
Yep.
I don't know like why, but when I come home from work now, like there's a whole bunch of homeless people like sleeping in front of it. I feel fucking bad. I want to fucking bring them shit. So like we should do that like one of these days. Like just like fucking give them like Gatorades or waters or some shit. Like why the fuck? Why? I don't know why they're all there, but like it must be fine because the sheriff's department is right across the street and like they're all cool with it. So like. I don't know. We should fucking do something kind of halfway nice.
That'd be cool. I don't know what happens in the Providence building anymore.
No, because it used to be an actual fucking thing where people worked out of, and now nobody works there no more. I don't think. But there's a light that tells you the weather.
I know that they wanted to do a restaurant inside of that weather beacon for a while, but I don't know. I'm like, how would that even work? But
I hope they don't fucking open nothing up. Otherwise, they're going to be kicking all those people out of there, and those people are comfortable there. So, I don't know.
Sure.
We should fucking do something nice for them.
Yeah, we should.
I don't know. It's all fucked up. Like, you come home, and you're like, ah, shit, this whole block looks like California. And then you're like, oh, I'm the next block over, and it's just like North Dakota again.
Yeah. It's kind of like San Jose, where you're like, wow, there's no homeless here.
That was the rich district with all the fucking tech giants.
There they are. Found
all these computer companies over here.
Go.
And then you go a block away, and you're like, all right.
You gotta tell the story about when you went to San Diego and you stepped on a homeless person.
Oh shit! Yeah, because you only heard that story like a little while ago.
For the first time I had heard that story, and so we were walking in. We were walking in San Jose, and we had got to the part where the homeless people were, and the homeless people are.
Look, we're not trying to tell these stories to make fun of homeless
people.
No,
of course not. But I do find there are a couple of things about homelessness that do piss me off.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of your status or whatever, okay? There are things that you can do, in my opinion, that are courteous. Okay? So, for example, if you're homeless or houseless, or whatever the fuck people are saying to be politically correct.
Stop. Just tell your story. Who cares about the
And you are
correctness?
laying next to a building.
Mm-hmm.
Don't lay perpendicular to the building. Lay laterally to the building.
Parallel.
Or lay parallel to the building.
Mm-hmm. Don't have your feet on the sidewalk, is what you're saying.
Feet on the sidewalk. That's fucking bullshit, okay? The second thing is, I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't care where the fuck you came from. I don't care what your fucking status is. You can clean up after yourself. Okay? So if you're homeless or you don't have a place to stay and somebody gives you a fucking McDonald's bag and they're like, hey man, I know you're going through some shit. Here's this. Or they give you some money and you can go to the fucking gas station. You can buy your fucking Four Locos or whatever the fuck you want to buy. I don't give a fuck. Live your best life.
Don't throw the shit in the street. Just throw it in the trash
yourself.
Can. Why? Do you think that's a problem?
Of course it's a problem. I fucking hate that shit. And listen,
I don't know if that is a homeless thing or that's an everybody thing. I think people
it might be an everybody thing.
People are fucking horrible and they just throw shit everywhere. That fucking scooter we seen in that fucking bullshit river in fucking river. San Jose.
Maybe it isn't a homeless thing, but all I'm saying is like
people are awful. They just throw shit everywhere.
Just clean up after yourself. That's all I'm saying. I don't care who you are. Just clean up after yourself. So yeah. Anyway, now back to the story of when you stepped on a homeless person, Cole.
Okay, so back in 2012. Elijah and I.
How old were you in 2012?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
What time? What am I now? I'm 42.
Yeah.
So that was like what fucking
12
years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know, 30.
Oh, really? Okay.
So me and Elijah fucking decided we were gonna go to Comic-Con and
San Diego, the big one.
So we went to Comic-Con and I don't know. We barely have any listeners. They're all from North Dakota or California. So the California people might know this, unless they live in like North California. But yeah, our fucking thing shows us like where people listen from, and it's one person in like Wyoming, like 8 people in North Dakota, and like 6 people in California. And otherwise, it's really fucking spread out and sporadic. We suck. We're not a good podcast. Anyway, so if you've been to San Diego and you've been around that area, you know there's this place called the Gaslight District. Or Gas Lamp District. I don't fucking know. I don't even give a shit.
Yeah.
They got this area. It's like fucking 2.5 blocks wide and like 8 blocks long. And it's got all kinds of restaurants and all kinds of great fucking food. And it's fucking jumping. Like there's people there, you know? And so there's not a whole lot of homeless people right in that area, but there's right outside of that area, there's a lot of homeless people, you know, and it's very sad, you know, like, although there was some that, like, I'm like, these fuckers aren't even homeless. Like, I was walking by this dude, and this dude didn't even look up from his phone, which was, I had a flip phone at that time.
Yeah.
This dude had, like, a fucking smartphone, and he's, like, fucking on it, texting, and he didn't even look up from it. He's like, hey, you got any money? And I'm like, fuck this guy. Like, I'll give you some money. You give me your fucking phone, asshole. Like, but then there's some like really fucking talented people there asking for money that are like doing shit like fucking drum. There was this chick, she knew it was Comic-Con, and she was just beautiful, and she was playing this fucking cello, and she was dressed up as a zombie, like in like zombie makeup. And, like, people would give her money, and she had a sign out in front of her that said, like, thank you for, like, helping me, like, pay for college. Like, I raised this much money last year. You know, like,
pretty cool.
And, like, Elijah took a fucking video of her, and I hope he still has that. You should see that, right?
Yeah.
But so this shit is all kind of going on, like, just outside the Gaslamp District. Like, there's people with money in there, and then like right outside there's people that need money just right outside. And so Elijah and I are walking back from the Comic-Con, and we got outside of the Gaslamp District, and we're walking north towards our hotel, it was a hostel. And there's some people walking south towards us, and they got wide ass sidewalks there, but this dude was in a wheelchair, and so like that makes the sidewalk quite a bit smaller. So when we're coming to pass them, like I step into this entrance to this closed down fucking business, and when I step into this like little entrance, like it was fucking dark, there was no lights on. I didn't know it, but I step on a person, and she screams. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? You know, like, I freaked out, and she's freaking out because someone's stepping on her. She was sleeping. I probably woke her up and just scared the living fuck out of her. She probably thought she's getting beat up or something, you know. And I'm feeling fucking awful, and I'm afraid because I didn't know there was a person there who was gonna scream. Like, it's fucking crazy. And I'm like, oh shit! Like, I felt pretty bad about that, but I'm sure as bad as I felt, she was fucking pissed and frightened.
Yeah, probably more frightened than pissed, and then more pissed than frightened. But
I like California homeless people more than Minnesota homeless people.
I don't like that people are homeless. You know what I mean?
Okay. You said I don't like that people are homeless.
Yes.
Good, because I thought for a second there, I you were like, I don't like people who are homeless.
No,
I was
I don't like
God
that.
damn, fucking Elon Musk, what the fuck?
No, I don't like that people
Piece of shit over here.
We've got the resources to take care of people, and we don't. And that's America.
But I think half of them in Minneapolis are faking it.
Well, whatever the case is, I don't know.
I gave a little bit of money.
Okay,
the last time we were in Minneapolis, I gave a little bit of money to a lady who was crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
A little bit, like a couple bucks, right?
Yeah.
And then some dickhead on a fucking bike come up to me, and he's got a fucking speaker, a Bluetooth speaker on the back of it. He's like, hey dude, like I need some money to get home. It's like,
fuck you.
And he saw me give the money to the chick.
Big mistake.
First of all, he was wearing a Blackhawks, Chicago Blackhawks jersey, so I wasn't gonna give him no money anyway.
Yeah,
fuck
careful
you.
With your sports
but
teams,
also, he's on a bike. He's blasting music from a fucking Bluetooth speaker.
He's got better
and
off.
he's telling me that he needs fucking get the fuck out of my face, you piece of shit. I would say more than 50% of the people asking for money in Minneapolis don't need it.
So that could be, but to get off a serious topic, Cole. So last podcast we did, okay, you, myself, and Adam.
Adam said something about a guinea suit, like when he was talking about Bigfoot.
Ghillie suit.
Yeah, and I told him it was a ghillie suit. A guinea suit is what the Godfather wears. It's what Frank Sinatra wears. You know,
sure. I don't know. So this is what's funny. So before the podcast, I've got a little virtual assistant named Siri, and I said, "Hey Siri."
Dude, you just fucked up everybody who's listening to this podcast. You fucked up all their days.
I said, "Hey Siri, text Cole and Adam.
Yeah.
Podcast at 7. Okay." And I'm just in the middle of my fucking work day, and doing shit, da. So my colleague, a little later on, goes,
guy you work with.
with. He's like, "Hey, what was that thing about a Zoom call?" I said, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you sent me a message. You sent me a message about a Zoom call." His name is also Adam. And I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." He said, yeah, here it is. He shows me. I'm like, "Oh." I said, "Oh, shit. Sorry, Adam. I sent that to the wrong Adam." And we were just, he's like, "Oh, podcast." And then he started asking about the podcast. He's like, "You do podcasts?" I said, "Yeah, kind of." Because these particular individuals I don't want listening to this necessarily. He's like, "So what's it about?" That's always the next question.
Yeah.
And I said, so today he asked me, he's like, "How'd the podcast go?" I said, "It was good." He's like, "What'd you guys talk about?" I said, "Bigfoot."
How Bigfoot takes a shit.
Yeah. And so he's like, "Oh, really?" And then this other coworker of mine's like, because I just started at this new location, or within the last month or so, and she goes, "Oh, you and Adam are gonna get along great." Because I mentioned
he's a Bigfoot dude.
Well, kind of. So then I went into the discussion about how we got to the Bigfoot Museum, and about how I pointed out the map. Which again, like in my head, it was not like to fuck with the guy, but like thinking after you had brought that up, like I was totally fucking with that guy.
By accident. Totally accidentally fucking with the dude.
To think about it, it's like, dude, we were just in Henry Cowell State Park. I did looking back.
Dude, I gotta point this shit out to you more often when you're accidentally a dick, because you are accidentally a dick a lot.
When I told this guy at work about it, he was laughing so hard. He's like, "Yeah, that was." I mean, if this guy thought, dude, this guy's life's work, and you're just fucking with him, man.
Oh my god, you do that a lot, and I got to start fucking like just writing it down just so I can fucking bring it back up.
Oh my god, dude. But anyway, so he's like, so you talked about Bigfoot. I said, yeah, we did. It was we had a good tangent about how. We had a theory about how Bigfoot is this interdimensional being that shits into portals.
He goes, ah!
Yeah. Because really, that's really what it was. Bigfoot is this interdimensional being that shits into portals. And then Adam, our Adam from our podcast, did he send you the picture?
I don't know. I don't think so.
He did this fucking AI generated thing. I'll have to find the picture and show it. He did this AI generated thing of Bigfoot. It looks like he's shitting into his hand and throwing it into a portal. So anyway, we're real serious about our Bigfoot adventures on our podcast. So, oh my god, too funny. Like all around, it was fun.
God damn it.
I mean, this is where our podcast goes, Cole, where Comic Can Koozie turns into a
shit show,
interdimensional portal
interdimensional portal shit show.
I'm okay with that. So, for this week's Thursday Throw Up, Cole, I'm Taylor.
I'm Cole.